Welcome back to another episode of Motogp Mac, and today we're going to talk about Marc Marquez on the Ducati during the Valencia test. Now, I specifically did not do a video on this to get away from all the hype that was surrounding Marc Marquez getting onto a Ducati for the first time, and I did want to take kind of a balanced look at how he actually got on the Ducati. Now, Marc did 49 laps on the Ducati, which is far below the number of laps that anyone else did, really. Do you know what I mean? And especially if you're learning a new bike, I would have thought he would have been up into the 60, 70 laps, you know, to try and get a good feeling and understanding. Now, maybe the arm pump issue was affecting him, but he ended the day on a 1 minute 29.424. Which is not actually that bad. However, if you look at his Q2 time on the Honda, he did a 1 minute 29.275. Now, I know some of you will be thinking, oh, but that was qualifying. He was on the Honda that he is used to, etc. And that is 100% correct. He was used to the Honda. It was on soft tires. But I started going through some of the lap data that he had, and up to lap 42 was when he started to get into the 1 minute 29s. And if I'm very, very honest, what it does look like was that in lap 42, he was definitely having a go. His lap time between that was actually, he was in the pits for 15 minutes before he came out and did that. So it kind of points to me that he was on fresh soft rubber when he was doing a mini time attack on the Ducati, just to get an understanding of how it actually worked. And you know, he only did 3 laps in the 1 minute 29s. The rest were all in the 1 minute 30s to the low 31s. So I think he did quite well. I think there's an awful lot of learning for Marc to do on the Ducati. If I'm very, very honest, I think while the smile says it all that he can feel what's going on, I think there's also a sudden realization that he may have to change the way that he rides the bike. You know, we all remember Jack Miller trying to steer the Ducati with the rear wheel, and while it looks spectacular, he wasn't going forward, or he was just burning out his tire. And Marc definitely does not want to be that rider that burns up the rear tire while the rest of the Ducati folks go on a way off. I think, you know, the other side of the coin, I think Ducati will be very fair with him should he get into a title championship or battle or for the championship. I think they will do the same that they did for Jorge Martin and Bastianini alike. They will give him upgrades and equal machinery to go and fight the battle as possible. So I think it was quite an interesting test. Definitely Marc seemed happier. I know there was some overheard conversations and this, that and the other, but I think overall, I think it was a good test for Marc. Is he there? He's thereabouts. You know, I do believe anyone that was on a 23, you know, had a slight advantage because the others on the 24s were mapping the engine. So I don't really think that we have seen it all yet. If we do look at it, you know, at 1 minute 29.4, he's still 3 or 4 tenths of a second off where Pecco and them were on that bike on the Saturday in qualifying. So it's definitely interesting. I do think Marquez will do quite well on the Ducati once he figures out how exactly to ride it. But I would definitely love to know your thoughts. What did you think of seeing Marc on the Ducati? Definitely leave your thoughts in the comments below, and I'll be back again tomorrow with another video.